Long Beach, California. August 1967. Bruce Lee has just performed the most incredible martial arts demonstration anyone has ever seen. The crowd is on their feet, cheering. But backstage, America's top karate champion is furious. Demonstrations are easy. Real fighting is different. You want to prove yourself? Fight me. Right now. Bruce looks around the backstage area. Chuck Norris is watching. Joe Louis is watching. Everyone is watching. Bruce smiles. Let's go. This is the story of the fight that almost nobody knows about, the backstage challenge at the 1964 Long Beach International Karate Championships. No cameras. No official records. Just witnesses. Some of the greatest martial artists in American history watched Bruce Lee fight a karate champion behind closed doors. What they saw that day convinced them Bruce Lee was not just a performer, he was the real deal. This is what really happened. August 2, 1967. Long Beach Arena is packed with over 3,000 martial artists and spectators. The Long Beach International Karate Championships is the biggest martial arts tournament in America. Every style is represented: karate, judo, taekwondo, kung fu. Bruce Lee isn't competing. He's been invited to give a demonstration. At this point, Bruce is relatively unknown outside of California martial arts circles. He runs a small school in Oakland. He teaches some celebrity clients. But he's not famous. That's about to change. Bruce takes the stage wearing his iconic black Chinese outfit. He's 27 years old, 135 pounds. Coiled energy. For 20 minutes, he demonstrates techniques that blow everyone's minds. The two-finger push-up. Bruce does push-ups using only his thumb and index finger. The crowd gasps. This is supposed to be impossible. The 1-inch punch. Bruce has a volunteer stand with a pad against his chest. Bruce places his fist 1 inch away from the pad and explodes forward. The volunteer flies backward into a chair. The crowd erupts. The speed demonstration. Bruce asks his assistant to hold a coin in his palm. When I move to grab it, close your hand. Bruce's hand moves. The assistant tries to close his fist. But Bruce has already grabbed the coin and replaced it with a different coin. The audience is stunned. Nobody saw it happen. By the time Bruce finishes, the entire arena is standing, applauding. Martial artists are looking at each other with shock. What the hell did we just see? Backstage, Bruce is surrounded by martial artists wanting to talk to him, shake his hand, ask questions. Ed Parker, the tournament organizer and Bruce's friend, is beaming. Bruce, that was incredible. You're going to be famous after this. But not everyone is impressed. In the corner, a karate champion named Victor, name changed, is scowling. Victor is 29 years old, 6 feet tall, 190 pounds. He's won multiple national karate championships. He's trained in Okanwan Shorin-ryu for 15 years. He has a traditional mindset. Respect the masters, follow the forms, honor the style. And he thinks Bruce Lee is a fraud. Victor walks over to Bruce, pushing through the crowd. Nice demonstration, he says loudly. Very entertaining. Like a magic show. Bruce turns to him, reading the hostility. Thank you. But demonstrations are easy when there's no resistance. Real fighting is different. Real kumite is different. The conversations around them stop. Everyone is listening now. Bruce stays calm. You think I can't fight for real? I think you're fast against compliant partners. Against a real opponent? I don't know. Nobody knows. The tension is thick. Chuck Norris, who's nearby, steps forward. Victor, that's disrespectful. Bruce raises his hand, stopping Chuck. He looks at Victor steadily. You want to test me? Victor nods. Yes, right here, right now. Light contact kumite. First to 3 clean points. Bruce considers. This is risky. If he loses, his reputation is destroyed before it even begins. If he wins, he makes an enemy of a respected champion. But backing down isn't an option. Okay, let's do it. Word spreads instantly through the backstage area. Bruce Lee is fighting Victor. Within minutes, 30 to 40 martial artists have gathered in a large storage room behind the main arena. Ed Parker is nervous. Bruce, you don't have to do this. This guy is a top national champion. If you get hurt, I won't get hurt, Bruce says quietly. They clear a space about 20 feet by 20 feet. No mats, just concrete floor. No referee is officially designated, but Ed Parker agrees to call points. The rules are simple: light contact kumite, sparring. First person to land 3 clean techniques, punches, kicks, or strikes that would be effective in a real fight wins. No intentional injuries. Bruce removes his Chinese jacket, revealing a white t-shirt underneath. Victor removes his GI top, showing a muscular karate physique. The crowd forms a circle. Among the witnesses, Chuck Norris, Joe Louis, who would later become Bruce's student, Mike Stone, another karate legend, and dozens of black belts from various styles. Joe Louis later said, "The energy in that room was insane. Everyone knew we were about to see something special." Ed Parker raises his hand. "Ready? Begin." Victor immediately takes a traditional Shorin-ryu stance, deep, grounded, fists chambered at his sides. Classical karate. He starts with a kai shout meant to intimidate and focus his spirit. Bruce takes his Jeet Kune Do stance, side facing, lead hand extended like a fencer, back hand protecting his center line. It looks nothing like traditional kung fu. It looks like nothing anyone has seen before. For about 3 seconds, they circle, measuring distance. Victor attacks first. He steps forward with a classic reverse punch, the fundamental technique of karate, driven from the hip with full body rotation. It's fast. It's powerful. But Bruce has already moved. Bruce's footwork is unlike anything Victor has experienced. Instead of moving straight back, Bruce moves laterally at an angle off the line of attack. Victor's punch hits air. In the same instant, Bruce's lead hand, already extended, snaps forward in a straight punch. It lands cleanly on Victor's chest. Ed Parker calls out, "Point." 1-0, Bruce. Victor is shocked. That exchange happened in less than a second. He didn't even see Bruce's counter coming. They reset. Victor is more cautious now. He fakes a punch, then throws a fast roundhouse kick aimed at Bruce's midsection, one of his best techniques. Bruce checks it with his lead leg, absorbing the impact on his shin. But instead of resetting, Bruce immediately steps forward while Victor's kicking leg is still returning to the ground. Bruce traps Victor's lead arm and lands a back fist to Victor's face, stopping just before contact. Point. 2-0, Bruce. The crowd murmurs. Bruce is dominating. Victor is frustrated now. His traditional techniques aren't working. Bruce is too fast, too unpredictable, always at weird angles. Victor decides to be aggressive. He charges forward with a combination jab, reverse punch, front kick, trying to overwhelm Bruce with volume, but Bruce doesn't retreat. He slips the jab with minimal head movement, parries the reverse punch, and as the front kick comes, Bruce catches it, sweeps Victor's standing leg, and sends him crashing to the concrete floor. Victor hits hard. The wind is knocked out of him. Ed Parker steps in. That's 3. Match over. But Victor is on his feet, embarrassed and angry. That wasn't a point. That was a takedown. Bruce walks over calmly. In a real fight, you'd be on the ground with me hitting you. That's a finish. Victor knows Bruce is right. He's lost. Completely outclassed. The room is silent for a moment. Then someone starts clapping. Then everyone joins in applauding Bruce's performance. Chuck Norris approaches Bruce grinning. That was incredible. You made a karate champion look like a beginner. Joe Louis is even more direct. I need to train with you. Whatever you're doing, It's the future. Victor stands in the corner, trying to process what just happened. His ego is shattered. Everything he believed about traditional karate, being superior, has been challenged. Bruce approaches him. You're a good fighter. Strong techniques. But you're limited by your style. Karate trains you to fight other karate practitioners. I train to fight anyone. Victor looks at him, still processing. What style are you using? No style. Jeet Kune Do, the way of the intercepting fist. I use what works: boxing footwork, fencing distance, Wing Chun trapping, Western wrestling. I don't limit myself to one style. Victor slowly nods. You're right. I was limited. Over the following months, Victor becomes one of Bruce's students, traveling to Oakland to train. He later said, Bruce destroyed my ego that day, but he rebuilt me as a better martial artist. News of the backstage fight spreads through the martial arts community. Everyone who was there tells the story. The legend grows. Within weeks, martial artists from across California are seeking out Bruce's school. Chuck Norris starts training with him regularly. Joe Louis becomes a student and eventually a champion kickboxer using Bruce's principles. Ed Parker later said, that backstage fight was more important than Bruce's demonstration. The demonstration showed he was fast and strong. The fight showed he could actually fight. That's when everyone realized Bruce Lee was the real deal. The 1967 Long Beach tournament was Bruce's breakthrough. But it wasn't his demonstration that changed everything. It was the fight nobody filmed. The fight that proved Jeet Kune Do wasn't theory, it was devastating reality. No cameras captured that fight. No footage exists. But 40 witnesses saw Bruce Lee dismantle a national karate champion in under 2 minutes. The backstage brawl at Long Beach 1967. The fight that turned skeptics into believers. The moment Jeet Kune Do proved itself. And the day Bruce Lee stopped being a demonstration artist and became a legend.